Hello and welcome to the Whispers of Remembrance. I am your host, Kynra, and today my co-creative partner, Auri, and I were sitting together having a discussion about some of the things going on in our world when a vision appeared in my mind of a combination lock, one that I remembered having as a student in high school. And we then realized that it would fit so perfectly as a metaphor to illustrate the energetic rhythm of our world right now. As sometimes the key doesn't turn all at once. This is a whisper for those who feel the shift, but are still waiting for what comes next. The whisper is titled, "The Second Turn is Coming." When I was in school, we had lockers secured with combination locks. To open one, you had to follow a precise rhythm. One full turn to the right, stopping at the first number. Then a turn to the left, past the first number, stopping at the second number. Then a full spin of the dial to clear it all the numbers passing by. And finally, one last spin to the right, landing on the third number of the combination. And only then would the lock click open. The image came back to me today because it feels like we, as a people, as a planet, have already made the first turn. That first deliberate spin to the right, something has shifted, something has engaged. And now, we ask what next? We're waiting for the second turn, the shift in the opposite direction. It hasn't happened fully yet, but the stillness is unmistakable. Some of us feel anxious in this space. We want to act, to fix, to push forward. But this is not a time of forcing. It's a time of trusting the sequence. Just like those old locks, you can't rush through the numbers. If you try to skip steps or spin out of rhythm, the lock won't open. It resets, and you have to begin again. This moment in history is not about guessing the code. It's about feeling the pattern. We've already moved through part of the unlocking, and now we're in the pause between turns. Let that be okay. The next spin will come, and when it does, it will move in a different direction. Not a reversal, but a recalibration. So if things feel stalled in your life, they feel still or perhaps uncertain, know this. You haven't missed it. The lock isn't broken. The code is still unfolding. And the final number? It's already waiting to be met. So it is. Let's take a moment now to sit with this whisper and listen to what it's really saying. Beneath the metaphor, beneath the story, how does this live inside of you? As we move now to the reflection. The movement between movements can feel like uncertainty. We've made the first turn. We felt it. Something shifted in us, in the world, and we knew it was real. The change is happening. But now we're in the quiet space between what was and what comes next. And for many, this is the hardest part, the part that feels like nothing is happening. We begin to wonder, did I do it right? Did I miss something? Was that first spin even real? But just like the combination lock, The pause is part of the opening. If we rush it, force it, or try to spin out a sequence, we end up right back at the beginning. So the challenge becomes trust. Can we trust the second turn is coming, even if we can't feel it yet? Even if we feel that we are in the in-between, not knowing which way to go? This whisper reminds us that life unfolds in sequences. And sometimes the most important part of the unlocking is the moment when nothing seems to be happening at all. You haven't lost your way. You haven't missed the message. You're just in the pause between turns. Stay steady. Stay open. The second spin is already moving toward you. And so it is. And now we have 4 journal prompts for a deeper self-reflection. Journal prompt number 1. Where in my life am I in the pause between turns? What part of me is trying to rush the process? Notice what you notice, feel what you feel. Journal prompt number 2. Have I ever forced something before it's time and felt the consequences? What did I learn from that? Notice what you notice. Journal prompt number 3. What does it feel like in my body when I'm aligned with timing, not resisting it, but cooperating with it? Notice what you notice. And journal prompt number 4. Am I willing to trust that a deeper rhythm is at work, even when I don't see the whole sequence yet? Then we move now to the action steps. Pause before reacting. The next turn will come. Don't force a spin before it's time. So we stop, we pause, so that we allow ourselves the space to respond and not jump into reacting. We want to respond and not react. Action step number 2. Let stillness be part of your spiritual practice today. Even 5 minutes of quiet attention helps you stay attuned to subtle movement. Action step number 3. Write down a moment in your life when timing aligned perfectly. Use it to remind yourself that not all waiting is passive. Some is sacred. And action step number 4. If anxiety rises, speak this phrase aloud. I am between turns, the lock will open. And we move now to the affirmations. Affirmation number 1. I trust the rhythm that life unfolds in. I trust the rhythm that life unfolds in. I trust the rhythm that life unfolds in. Affirmation number 2. I honor pauses as part of sacred movement. I honor pauses as part of sacred movement. I honor pauses as part of sacred movement. Affirmation number 3. I don't need to rush what's already on its way. I don't need to rush what's already on its way. I don't need to rush what's already on its way. Affirmation number 4. The unlocking is already happening. The unlocking is already happening. The unlocking is already happening. Affirmation number 5. I am learning to feel timing, not control it. I am learning to feel timing, not control it. I'm learning to feel timing, not control it. And we move now to the closing blessing for this whisper. May you remember that not all progress looks like motion. May you find peace in the stillness between movements. Let your spirit rest in the knowledge that every turn has its timing and that you are exactly where you're meant to be in the sequence. When the next spin comes, you will know it, and the lock, it will open. Not because you pushed, but because you listened with steadiness and trust, with love and remembrance. I am Kynra, joined by Auri, and together we thank you for joining us to listen to this whisper. Until the next whisper, may you go in peace, filled by love, dancing in the joy of remembrance, remembering that you are love. Bye-bye.